So creating time and making sure you've got a work-life balance is really important to your journey. Now, at the beginning, you're gonna have to bust your balls. You're gonna have to sacrifice quite a few things if you want to be successful. But at the same time, you don't want to burn your ship down. I was in danger of doing this. I was very selfish. I didn't want to do anything but work. I had no time for the kids, even to the point where the kids like, you're always on your phone, you never got any time for us, and when they start saying stuff like that, you got to be careful, because ultimately there's no point in building a business if it's going to burn the rest of your ship down, and that goes to your health as well. But in this, I want to talk about the work-life balance, and you've got to get it right, because getting it right keeps you motivated and it helps you actually succeed more. So take time out. You can be doing stuff around your time out to make sure you keep pushing forward. If you get yourself mobile, I run a lot of stuff off my mobile, and it's allowed me to get, really good at doing stuff on the move, make sure I'm not missing anything, make sure that no one's, getting left out. But at the same time, put in your diary dedicated time for your family, for your kids, for your friends if need be, if you've got no kids and things like that. Time for yourself. You've got to have that balance. You've got to have the rest. You've got to have the breaks. But when we do come back to the action, we've got to be focused like hell, and we've got to be maximizing 10x in the action all the time if you want to get the results and you want to scale quickly. I made a lot of sacrifices to get to where I wanted to be. Missed out on quite a few of the early years of the kids. Didn't really engage too much in kids' parties and stuff like that. Do I regret it? To an extent, but at the same time, it's got us to where we are now, so it was kind of a trade-off. But you've got to be careful with the work-life balance. Don't have the mindset that the 9-to-5ers have, where they're like, oh, I've worked 9 to 5, so I need time off, and really they don't. You've got to. For me, I'm all about pushing as hard as I can, and I'll do as much as I can, as quick as I can. And sometimes things have to go by the wayside. And in the early years of building your business, that just has to be the priority. You've got to be a bit selfish. You just got to be aware of what's going on around you, how your wife's feeling, how your partner's feeling, how your kids are feeling, that sort of thing. And it's really important that, that you do really focus on it, because if you don't, there's no point doing all this. There really isn't any point doing all this. So have a good think about your work-life balance. Plan it in your calendar each week. I'm all about setting your weeks out before we even start them. When are you going to be taking your kids to football? When you're going to go to the park? When are you going to, spend time with your wife? Whatever it might be. And just make sure that, you've got that time scheduled in. And it is focused time, and then it allows you to actually get a bit of a rest, get a bit of a break, and then when you come back at it, you're focused and you're just going after the work 10x style and building this business up. And then you're always going to feel content, because if you feel like you're busting your balls and you're not having any rest time, you'll start to feel like there's no point in doing it. Similarly, if you're having too much rest time and your business isn't moving forward, you're going to start getting depressed that you're not making the results and things aren't happening for you, and you're going to start looking at other excuses as to why it's not happening, when really it's just because you're not putting the amount of work in. So find the balance, make it work for you, get it in your diary, make it work for your friends, your family, your wife, your partner, and make sure that you kick on and both elements of your life are growing. It is important that you grow in your personal life and you also grow in your work and your business life. So get that fixed and you'll be on to good success over the next few months.